Checking connection. Oh wow. See that one and that one. I'm gonna fix both of those. So you get a better picture. A better picture. Well, how are we doing tonight? Yeah, it's a lot of me. All right, and this crook is just crooked a little. This one's crooked a little. Brandon, what's happening? All these people saying hi, and I'm just getting started, just getting warmed up. Okay, that's it. We're getting warmed up now. Hey, Mike, how's it going, Michael? Doc. Alrighty, we seem to be rolling. It is August 22nd. What do they call it? What's today? What's today? Don't they call today Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. Alrighty then. Today's Thursday, the 22nd of August. What's up, Emma Redneck? Alright, Kava calls 120. I thought we told you that last night, Orville. Kava. Orville, how are you tonight? Alrighty, alrighty. Let's take a quick look at CAVA. Why is it I don't like this one? All right, well, it's that high of the year. CAVA into Yahoo Finance to see what's going on with Yahoo Finance. Kava 100 and 110 hit. They have no dividend, so why are we even looking at them? I mean, think about it. If I can't figure out how they're doing by looking at their dividends, well, hell no. I'm going to say no and no, because that's not what I do here. Okay? I don't buy calls, so that advice I can't help you out with. There we go, get that whole camera thing in there. That works. Alrighty, easy money. Yeah, terribly sorry there, dude. I'm going to have to disagree with you. It's actually at the high of the year. That's one thing I never do. I never buy at the high of the year. Anyway, that being said, let's go to the book and see what we got going on. We didn't get around to doing Duke Energy yesterday, so let's take a look at Duke Energy. Hey, Bo, what's happening? Oh, that actually feels good. Now, do I keep my faith in Kohl's? Well, let's take a look at Kohl's right now. CSS, Kohl's. First one on the list, so let's do it. Kohl's, ooh, it dropped again today. Imagine that. 1903, that's where we are at the moment. Cool. So the 19s are going for 120. Cool, still make you 1% off of that if you like Kohl's. So let's take a look at the numbers on Kohl's. What's been happening in the past couple of days? 4 days to the bottom. Looks that, where are we? 22nd, right? There we go. Here's the last 30 days. That thing's like almost perfectly on track. Look at it. Down, up, down, up, down. Look, she should come down just a little bit more before she turns around and goes back up. Hypothetically speaking, looking at that. Kevin, what's happening? What's happening there, Kevin? So, I'm not quite sure if you agree or not, but look at the chart. I mean, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. She should come down just a little bit more before turning around, hypothetically speaking. Let's take a look at what seasonality says. Well, what does the charts tell us? Well, for those of you not familiar with the seasonality, this is one whole year. All the way to my left is January 1st. All the way over here is December 31st. So this is the average movement over the past 10 years, that red line right there. The blue line is just the movement for this year. Hello, Apex. May you please talk about snow and spy? Oh my goodness. Snow and Spy. SNOWSPY. Well, they're on the list. We'll take a look at them in a little bit. So as I was saying, the blue line is this year's movement from January 1st to where we are right now, this little blue dot. This is where we are now. Okay, the red line is 10 years worth of data. How's it maneuvered every the last 10 years? SCHD, oh my goodness. Oh, someone's just doing that just to get on my case. So I want to look at this area right here because this is where we are right now, at the end of August, beginning of September. So let's zoom on into that, and here we are right here. So for the next couple of weeks, from what it looks like, based on historical performance, last 10 years, she should go sideways for another week before she slowly goes back to the upside. Okay, I actually have some calls. I don't mind having some. When selling calls, how much of your portfolio do you risk? Alex, 100% of my money wouldn't be invested if I could, but I only do 98%. So 98% of all my money is invested at all times. Okay? Now, let's finish up here. That's with Kohl's. Now, I like Kohl's, and I actually have some Kohl's. Yep. In this account here, I got Kohl's at 23.23. All right. So you're worried about your Kohl's. Well, the price is here. I bought Kohl's at 23, way up in there. I'm not panicking. I still own it, and I still get over 1% a week from Kohl's. So I really don't mind. Love the shirt. Hey, we'll get you on. Thoughts on Walgreens after what happened today? Single digits. Holy cow, Jerry. I didn't see anything happening. Because you guys have the impression I'm looking at this all the time. Nope, I just turned my computer on about 20 minutes ago. Are you rolling to get over 1% on Kohl's? Yes, Sheila, I did roll my Kohl's. I rolled my Kohl's. It's an interesting way of putting it. I rolled my Kohl's. All right, so let's take a look at Walgreens. Because now you got me concerned. WBA. Okay. Bottomed out at 10.02. Look at that. So it actually has a new 30-day bottom right now as of today. Cool. PRZO, buy and hold. Just-in-time web, sorry, I don't buy and hold anything. The longest I've ever held anything was 9 months. Apex, yeah, it looks bad, but think about it. They got 8,700 stores. 8,700 stores. They're over 100 years old. Yeah, they're going to eliminate a few of them, but, it's going to take six months to maybe a year before we flush this stuff out. You get the new election coming out, maybe the new administration will come in and probably crack down on crime. Who knows? Yeah. All right, let's continue. That's Walgreens. Okay, I don't mind Walgreens. I'll roll it into. Don't bother me, none know how. 23rd. Yeah, so that's the 30th. 1050s. Okay. All right, it is what it is. My friend showed me the Rite Aid stock and told me that would happen to Walgreens. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure Rite Aid had the same amount of stores and was in business as long as Walgreens. I don't know. That might be some research we're willing to take a look at. Alrighty, so Ron, Macy's, huh? We'll take a look at Macy's in a little bit. I'm just really scared. Jerry, that's what happens. I honestly don't know, what the scenario is that's happening recently, other than the fact that, they're getting a lot of pressure from the other stores because certain amount of them aren't profiting. So, like I say, they're going to cut 25% of their stores. So how long is it going to take for them to recover? We did Macy's yesterday for a good 40 minutes. Yes, we did, Erica. All right, so we'll take a quick look at Macy's today. What did Macy's actually do today? Oh, look at that, she dropped again. All right, well, not even close to the 30-day bottom. It's getting there. See, here's the last 30 days. Okay? Up, down, so she says a little bit more to come down before she's done. And I can't wait to get down to this point right here where she comes back up again. I love Macy's. Okay, again, another 100-year-old company is having a bunch of issues. But at least Macy's, from what I understand, because if Walgreens goes down to $1 a share, I will literally cry. Jerry, let's take a quick look for a second. WBA. Alrighty. Okay, so Yahoo Finance, and for those of you guys who don't know, this screen behind me is live on YouTube, so you can actually watch it on your big screen TV or your regular television, your computer, your laptop, whatever. We're looking at Yahoo Finance, and I'm looking up the information on Walgreens. I slide down here. Now, Jerry, just to make you feel a little bit better, Jerry, all right? The book value for Walgreens is $15.80 a share. What does that mean? Well, you talk to the bookkeepers, and they'll tell you assets and liabilities. You throw them together. What do you come up with? $15.80 a share. They liquidated everything. Everything liquidated, and you'd still walk away with a bit of a profit with Walgreens. So I'm not worried about it at this moment in time, but we'll see what happens. Let's go back to, here we go. All right. Do covered calls expire in the morning or at the end of the day? Larissa, not many people know this, but options actually do not expire on Friday. They expire on Saturday. But considering there's no trading on Saturday, okay, the last trade of the day at 4 o'clock on Friday is the last time anyone can make a trade on a stock option. But they actually expire on Saturday. Death Metal wants to look at Johnson & Johnson. Okay, thanks. I'll wait a little longer before I worry some more. Jerry, I hear you. I actually have Walgreens in 4 of my accounts. Okay? But if I hit my target, I'm walking away. Sorry. It is what it is. I hit my target, great. I'm good to go. All right, so Macy's, yep, she's coming down. She's got a little bit more. She got a little bit more to come down before she actually turns around again. Hypothetically speaking, by looking at the chart, up, down, okay, until it finds the 30-day bottom. The previous 30-day bottom is way over here, and then it was even lower before. Okay, so the absolute low of the year for Macy's is at 1054. Okay, right now we're at 1517. I'm not really hugely worried about it. Okay, Macy's, fine. Now let's go to the next stock. Next stock on the list, Duke Energy. Duke Energy. Ooh. It has been quite a while since we looked at Duke Energy. D-U-K. D-U-K. Here we go. Yeah, I was thinking it's been a long time since we looked at Duke Energy. The reason being, it's a monthly optional stock, which means it's going to be a no. I'm not even bother looking at it. The Searles family, good evening, and how are you today? Jerry Beard, okay, thanks. I'll wait a little longer, so I won't bore you too much. Okay, I got that one. All right. Bought Macy's, Kohl's, and Walgreens. Well, Andrea, let me think. Oh, we just looked at Walgreens, Kohl's, and Macy's. Simone, what's your thoughts on WBA? Simone, we just covered it just a little while ago. Ooh, Mesh, how are you doing over there on YouTube today? Rich Burner, how are you? Wonderful, wonderful. Let's keep on rolling. So Duke Energy is going to be a no. AMAT, is it Applied Materials? AMAT. Applied Materials. Okay. Applied Materials. 201.85. 201.85. There's the high. Here's the low. Look at that movement. Cool. 201. 200's going for 5. Cool beans. That's a 2%er if I ever saw one. AVGO and Broadcom. Mahesh, both of those are out of my price range. Sorry. What about taxes? Oh my goodness. Charlo, do you ever analyze the recent high-low cycle trades with math instead of just reviewing by eye? Okay, Carlo, that sounds like a good idea. However, this was created for a 9-year-old. Okay, we want to keep it simple, safe, predictable, consistent. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you can't tell $1 is 1% of 100, or if you can't tell $2 is 20% of 100, you got to do some math. Get a little better at it, Mesh. 165, 250 is your upper limit. Correct. That's correct, Mesh. All right. AAP dropped. Okay. Time to tell. Market took a dump today. Did it really? I wasn't even paying attention. Well, we'll see. Let's take a look at everything. All right. What about taxes? All right. Taxes, you really need to talk to a tax strategist. Okay. There's many ways to go about giving your money to the government. Okay, all depends on how you want to do it and how much you want to give, if you want to give at all. All right, AAP. Did I have some advanced auto parts? I don't know if I do. No, I don't have any. I must have got rid of them. So I got rid of my AAP. Andrea, you've been here for the past couple of weeks. We talked about AAP a couple of weeks ago. And a couple of weeks ago it was a yes. Not so sure about now. Okay, well, here we are. Here's your bottom, here's your top. This is where it was, this is where it is. Look at this big, holy shit. Did you see that? What the hell happened with that today? 51.20. The 51, ooh, it's like 3%. Holy shit. All right. So let's take a look. 67.53 a year ago. The bottom was last October 25th, and that was 47.64. We got pretty damn close to it today. Now we topped out at 88.40 in the middle of March. Well, look what happened today. My. There's a lot of different ways of looking at this. Okay, let's check and see if Advanced Auto Parts had earnings. Well. Look at that. Earnings today. So my assumption, this crap here had to do with earnings rather than anything else. So let's take a good look at that chart. Okay, so here's our last 30 days. Look at this volume. You see this volume right here? This volume right along here, this area. The average volume for Advanced Auto Parts on any daily basis is right around $1.4 million. Sorry, 1.4 million shares. See that number right over there? 1.4 million shares. Now, if you think about it, that is freaking crazy. Okay? 51.04, 51.20. That is 16-cent difference in the prices. Okay, Susan, AVGO. I'll write it down. We'll take a look at it later. AVGO. All right, we wrote it down. Right now, we're taking a look at Advanced Auto Parts and why it dropped so much. Okay? Why do you have multiple phones? Because I'm too damn stubborn to actually learn how to use the software in my computer. Isn't that a lame excuse? Nope. I would prefer to have the 5 phones because I could just press the button. That's it. Learning to use that software, and they keep freaking changing it every 3 months. It's a pain in the ass. But that's my honest answer. You know, I broadcast here, 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 and here. And it's simple. Turn the phone on and you hit send. It's that easy. The software, they keep changing it on me. So I said, fuck it. Sorry. All right. Back to my point. Between the bid and the ask, the difference is 16 cents per share. That goes to the market maker. Yeah. Okay, so if the market maker gets 14 cents a share, 16 cents a share, and the average shares on a daily basis is 1.4 million shares. So let's do a little bit of math. Clear. 1.4 million shares. Okay? Multiply that by 16 cents a share. Look at that. The market maker makes, on average, $250,000 a day based on the average movement. Look down here, the volume. You can check any what do you call it, a charting website, and ask it to look at the volume. Here's the volume, all the dates. Look at it, it's really low. And then look at today. We're going to get to today right now. You ready? What happened today? 14 million shares traded today. So clear that. 14 million shares. Multiply 16 cents a share, which is the market maker's getting. That's $2.2 million for the market maker for one day. For doing what? Okay, does this drop in price from 62 all the way down to 48, does that have any justification to it other than the fact that the market maker was greedy? And this is like the 3rd time this week we've seen it, where the market maker made a big drop, and then the amount of volume increased because of the drop, made huge rewards for the market maker. So does it have anything to do with the company? Is the company calling up people and saying, hey, Tom, Pete, Jane, you know, you guys in that department, we have to shut you down for a couple of months because our stock dropped? No, it doesn't happen that way. Freaking manipulating the numbers. I hate it when they do that. But it doesn't change my stance on Advanced Auto Parts, because it was just as good a company last week as it was this week. What do? Well, they distribute auto parts for people's cars. People aren't going to give up their cars anytime soon. Love your setup. Thank you, Charlo. Do you ever check out Walmart? Yeah, we looked at it yesterday. I left last stream because it took like 20 minutes before you got to it. Terribly sorry, Clark. I got hundreds of stocks to go through every night and hundreds of questions to go through every night. How can the market maker decide on price? Is it based on demand and supply, right? Nope. Unfortunately, it's not. Okay? Now, in order to be a market maker, last time I checked, I think it was like $350,000 for the application fee. No worries, just have a good fee. Great, not a problem. But the market maker, he is the one who draws a line in the sand saying, hey, this is where we're starting today. Okay? You got 5 prices and 5 numbers that are important when it comes to stock. The opening price, okay? The open, the high, the low, the close, and the volume. Okay, that's the information. Here's the close, the open, the high, the lows, and the volume. The only number that is controlled by one person, that is the opening price of the day. It is the market maker's responsibility to buy and sell, and to make sure that anytime somebody wants to buy or sell, that he is there to do that. So what happens when he gets news that he can manipulate? He manipulated the hell out of that. I mean, well, good for him. Okay? It was at 62. Well, now it's down to 48. A lot of people just lost a whole shitload of money because the market maker can do that. It is his ability to do so. He decides what the opening price is. Nobody else. Okay, now let's have some equality here. It could have been a she for all I know. But anyway, I'm not going to panic too much about Advanced Auto Parts. It's either worth that price or it's not. Okay, that drop, I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with the company itself, other than the public's perception based on the manipulation by the market maker. That's just my guess. You know? All right, so let's look at next on our list. And that would be Intel. All righty, some Intel. INTC, and just to let you know, I do have some Intel. INTC. Okay, down just a smidge today. Okay, high, low, where was it, where is it? Okay, 2020, looking at the $20 and going for 64 cents a share. Nice, I like that numbers. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Here's the high, here's the low, here's the movement. What happened today? Today, well, like somebody in the audience said, we had a big down day today. Well, if so, does that change your perspective on Intel? Okay, Intel at the moment is $20.20. Look at the drop. She went from 21 down to 20. She lost a buck. Okay, $1 on a $20 stock is 5%. That's kind of, I don't know if that's a big move or not, but still, it don't look that good. It was having a nice progression up to the upside. Then something happened today and she pulled back. Is what it is. But you have to ask yourself, do I like Intel? Do I want to buy Intel and hold on to it? Look at the premiums. They have nice premiums. Okay, now I don't mind too much when a company has good premiums, because wherever the money is, once you go 2 to 3 strikes out of the money, or 2 or 3 strikes in the money, is it still worth it to trade those options? That's a good question. Some companies have horrible options. Some of them have good options and good premiums. All right, let's continue. Hey, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're good. Hakuna, I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Hope everything's good over there in Sweden. Will you give us book value like you did on WBA? Well, you have to let me know which one you want to see. Okay? No worries, blah, 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 blah. Oh, for Intel. You want the book value for Intel. Okay. INTC. Oh, look at that. $26.95 for the book value. Debt to equity, 44%. Operating cash flow, leverage free cash flow, blah, 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 all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. All right, that's it. Book value for Intel. Okay, so I do have Intel, just to let you know. I have no problem holding on to it. INTC. Next on the list, VXX. I've never even heard of VXX. Interesting. I never heard of them before. VXX. Historical data. I want to see historical data. And I want to see how often they paid their dividends. Oh, is that right? Yield is 0. Year-to-date total return, negative 24%. Yeah, how about we say no to that one real quick? Yep, Mesh, Intel has been downtrending for quite a while. But it has to stop at some point. At some point, we, the buyers and sellers, got to say, all right, this is rock bottom. Well, rock bottom's got to be somewhere, because it does have value, even liquidation value. It's still there. Should I lower my 401k contribution and instead buy dividend stocks, or should I DCA with my 401k? Whoa, that is one good question. But here's the thing. I know absolutely nothing about you, so I really can't give you any advice. Okay? And you probably shouldn't take advice from someone on the internet. You should take advice from someone you can relate with, someone you can have a conversation with. Is there an incoming recession? Oh my God, I hate that word because you keep having people say it and then it keeps repeating and then it starts happening. Blackberry, Blakeberry, how are you doing, Blake? I just don't like that word because once you say it, then you have another 100 people here all hearing it and then them all saying it. And then they tell two friends, and then they tell two friends, and then all of a sudden we have a pandemic of that going around. CLNE. Never heard of them. CLNE. No. Reason being is it's a monthly optionable stock. Now, as many times as I say this, sometimes people don't understand it. Monthly optional stocks, you can only do an option call, a covered call, once per month, or 12 times per year. Okay, I would much prefer to do it once per week. That's 52 times a year. Because if I'm going to be catching all these little tiny checks, for the premiums, I want to get 52 as opposed to 12. Because I admit, I didn't go to college, but I do know 52 is better than 12. So monthlies usually never work. Okay, this is a dividend stock investing channel. So if the company doesn't have dividends or weekly options, then it doesn't really fit into the conversation. As much as you'd like to think EPD or CLNE would fit in, well, sometimes things just don't. EPD. Okay, Enterprise Product Partners. Interesting. Well, how often has EPD paid dividends? 7.2%. Cool. Okay, if you like 7.2%, do you use an option screener? No, I don't. I just look for whatever strike price is closest to the current purchase price. Wow, there's a surprise. 1998. So they do have 20 years of dividends. 11 to 13 to 14 to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. They're hitting every single number. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. You gotta be shitting me, really? Consistently increasing every single year. Holy shit. Well, I'll Irai then. Is EPD even on my list? Oh, you got me now. Hold 1 second. Watch list. Let's open that up. EPD, A, B, C, D, E. Holy shit, it's not on my list. Not on that list either. Wow. Well, blow me down. All right, well, let's just add it to it. EPD. Nope, doesn't go on that list. It goes on this list. All right. Come on. EPD. Add symbol. Save. Well, alrighty then. EPD does have more than 20 years of increased dividends. And it has weekly options. Well, hell, God, well, golly. Golly gee, Sarge. All right, so $29.50. Oh yeah, I did all that work and the premium is horrible. Paul, that I even inserted it into my watch list. But $29.50, the $29.50 is only going for 7 cents. That's absolutely horrible. Okay, the stock may be good. It has weekly. All right. All right. You got me there. All right. So EPD. No. MED. Ooh, MED. MED. Yeah. Medfast. ET. Somebody wants to take a look at energy transfer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How did I miss all these questions? Right, there it goes. What about NU Holdings? Ugh. Calvin Hill. How are you, Calvin? All right. Energy transfer. A year ago was sitting at the low of the year, 1288. Look at that. We have like some serious support here. Look at this. Oh, let me zoom in this one. Look at that top. Almost hits it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1649. Okay. Last 30 days. Yep. She goes down. She goes up, down, up. She's coming on down at this moment in time. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of you people out in the audience like energy transfer. Okay. I think it's just adequate. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% winner on it yet. Okay, look at 1 week out, $16. $16 only going for 12 cents. That's not quite 1%. It's coming up a little bit short. I like 1% or more. I like DNP. NU. What the heck is NU? New Skin. Yeah. Oh no, wait a minute. And no. Okay. NU Holdings. All right, 1450, okay. But here's the thing, look where it is at the moment. Okay, it's going to be a no just based on the stock price at this moment in time. Okay, it's at the high of the year. I don't like buying at the high of the year because you're going to make the money in the stock market buying low and selling high. Well, if it's at the 30-day high now, what makes me think it's going to go higher? I don't like to play that game. That's a pony I don't want to ride. Which is kind of funny because I haven't ridden a horse in almost 30 years. Holy shit, am I getting old? Wait a second. Longer than that. I was in high school when the last time I rode a horse. All right, anyway. So, NU is going to be no. DNP. DNP. No options. Sorry. All right, next on my list. DVN, Devon Energy. DVN. Andrea, a month on EPD. EPD? What is EPD? Enterprise Product Partners. Okay. But why? EPD. All right, here's your last 30 days. She's coming down, dropped here, went back up, down, up. Now she's coming back down. But what is this day right here? Everything went down today, but this thing didn't go down. This thing went up. Okay? Money never disappears. She just goes from one person to another. All right, so EPD. I'm sorry about that, kiddo. I don't know what to tell you because I have no idea what you jumped in at, what you sold. I don't know all the details other than the fact you have EPD a month. Huh. Okay. What do you think about HBAN? HBAN. How about no? The reason why, it's a monthly, which means only 12 opportunities a year in order to do a covered call. I prefer weeklies because monthlies, the numbers just don't work as good. HBAN. Is PBR legitimate? PBR. Petróleo Brasileiro. Sounds like a Brazilian oil company to me. But I honestly couldn't tell you. Okay, so PBR. They have had killer dividends for a while. I just bought in around 12.50. Okay. Well, it's at 14.68. Well, that's up from 12.50. Yeah. Look, she came down, went up. Now she's coming back down again. Okay. If it was me, I'd take the profit, wait to hit back down to 12.50 again, or 13. Yeah, it's 12.50 a couple weeks ago. But it is what it is. You know, you have to decide what's right for you. I've never traded PBR? No, for James. No, for James, but I have them. Okay. To be devil's advocate, Intel cut dividends, and they still fit into the conversation. Yeah, there's certain companies I let slide, okay? If it's a company that I grew up with and I am comfortable with and have been comfortable with for a long period of time, just because they have new, what do you call those thingies? CEOs. I don't always agree with them. But, you know, Intel will work if it works and if the numbers work and if everything looks great. It's not as highly prized as one of the actual dividend companies that pay on a consistent basis. But you'll find that every once in a while I will slide something in. Intel's one of them. So is in 3M. 3M used to be a dividend king. They got kicked off the dividend kings list because the new CEO or CEO in hand at the moment decided to cut the premiums. Not the premiums, the dividends. Doing so got them thrown off the dividend kings list after 60, I think it was 62 or 67 years of consistently increasing their dividends. FL premiums are crazy. What the heck is FL? Uh-oh. FL. Okay, Bama Redneck. FL. Foot Locker. Oh, yeah. We've looked at Foot Locker before. Okay, this isn't going to be another one of those personal preference type deals. Because I don't think Foot Locker has that many dividends. FL. Well, they do have dividends. Imagine that. Oh, all the way back to 2003. So they have 20 years of dividends. Hey, good time zone appropriate greetings. That's fine. It's good evening. I'm here on the East Coast. All right, so Bama Redneck likes to see Foot Locker. All right, well, first thing I always like. I keep going the wrong side. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it in the direction that it's going? Wow, that's all kind of choppy. Look at it. Gap there, gap there, gap there, gap there, gap there, gap there. A gap here. Kind of choppy. Uh-oh, I missed that question over here. Well, good evening. Oh, from Japan. Oh, konnichiwa. How are you doing? Nito. Okay, it does. Wow, most I thought it would be quarterly. All right, Foot Locker. Yeah, we're going to keep looking at Foot Locker and go through one of these questions. All right. So, Foot Locker, 33.20. The 33s are going for, holy really? Okay. The bottom of the year, 14.62. Topped off at 35.73. She dropped, moved back, dropped, moved back, dropped, moved back. Wow, a lot of movement in this company. Holy cow, the last 30 days. Okay. 30 days ago, 25.91. 25.91. She shoots up, pulls back, comes up. Now she's just going sideways. I don't like it like that, personally. But if you like it like that, if you like it like that, yes, if you like it like that, okay, 33. Look at that, like 4 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times it wouldn't go over 33. So why would I want to buy it at the high? I actually wait a couple of weeks. Let's put Foot Locker down a couple of weeks from today. Looks like she went to the downside. Alrighty. MPW. Peanut the Bicon? Is that right? Bicon? Bicon? I have no idea what that means. Southern Copper. Okay, we already did Intel today. INTC. We already did that. MPW. Let's take a gander at MPW. MPW. Did I miss a bunch of questions? I feel like I did. Bichon is my dog. Well, alrighty then. Ford. We'll write Ford down. Ford. Okay. MPW. I actually have a bunch of these. Do you trade crypto too? Nope. Sorry. No crypto for me. I'm loaded. Jose, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? MPW. 457. Oh, she dropped today. Oh, she was doing halfway decent this morning when we looked. Okay. Check that out. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Nice. Nice movement. I like the way it moves. Okay, so that's MPW. Right now, the 450s are going for 22 cents a share. Oh, that's freaking nice. But you got to really like MPW at 4.5. You know, that's what it all comes down to. Number one, does it make sense? Number two, do I like this stock at this current price? Well, I have a whole bunch of MPW. I have it at 490, 460. But at the 454, the 457, well, the 450s are paying 20 cents a share. Okay? You take that 7 cents off there, you're walking away with 13. That's still almost 3% for the week. If you like MPW. Okay, always, always, always make sure it is a company that you like and you can see yourself holding on to for a long period of time. Because you never know how long you plan on holding it. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. I see you there, GIS. We'll take a look at, we looked at General Mills yesterday. But we'll take a look at it again by the time we get to it, probably tomorrow, because it takes a while to get to all these things. And by the way, weekly options expire tomorrow. How long have you held MPW? That's a good question. Hold that thought. MPW. This time around, I bought it at the end of July, right? 729 in this particular account. This account here, what was that? A week ago? Yep, a week ago, and then again today, this week. So last week and then this week in this account. And the 10th, 16th, last week. Okay, so last week, a couple weeks ago. So I buy it all the time. I buy it, I sell it. I buy it because as you know, let's go back for a second. Hold on. Now, we've been trading MPW for the past couple of months, okay, like 4 or 5 months. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. We just jumped in and we followed it, and then every week we'd buy it, we'd sell it, we'd buy it, we'd sell it, we'd buy it, we'd sell it. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. A couple of stocks that perform nicely and consistently increase their dividends. Charlo, ha. Okay, that's MPW. So let's continue. Where are we now? Okay. Dividend Energy. I didn't finish up with Dividend Energy. DVN. Let's try that one more time. DVN. And there you go. DVN. First thing I always want to see. High, low, where was it, where is it, and what direction is it going? I can't really see because there's a lot going on right here. So we're going to zoom on to that in a little bit because it's not at the bottom and it's not at the top. It's somewhere in the middle. Okay, for those of you who didn't see that, The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Where it is right here at 43. The bottom is down here at 40. And the top is way up there at 55. So we're somewhere in the middle. So I don't mind in the middle. Next, I want to take a look at the numbers. If I'm buying it at 43.98, I want to look at the 44s. That's 51 cents. That is more than 1%. That is a maybe. Okay, but it is a maybe. Let's take a look at the chart, and what is the chart telling me? Because I like the numbers, because the numbers is more than 1%. I'm looking for that safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. There it is right there. But what is the chart saying? Okay, the chart's telling me a year ago it was at $50.15, bottomed out the beginning of February at 40.19, topped out at 55.06 in the first couple of weeks of April. Okay, for the last 30 days, well, that's kind of a clear picture. Okay, kind of clear. Okay, 30 days ago was a 30-day high. She dropped, pulled back, found our 30-day bottom below 41. Okay, comes back up and horseshoes around. We're sitting at 43 onto the downside. Okay, so that's what stocks do. They go up and then they come down. Well, it's in the middle of coming down at the moment, so DVN would be for either next week or the week after. I'm saying 2 weeks. Now, there's a reason. Excuse me, my goodness. There's a reason why I say 2 weeks. Look at where we are over here. 3 weeks ago. Okay? She's moving up, plateauing off, and sliding back down. So I'm figuring it's going to take 2 weeks before I take it back to the low side. So let's put Divine Energy 2 weeks from today. D, V, N. Because we're here, you figure 3 or 4 more days here, that'll take us into Thursday and Friday of next week. Then the week after will be the time to jump in, hypothetically speaking, if the numbers are all working. That's a big if. Right? Have you ever made 1% weekly on a stock you held for a month or two? All the time. Okay? Where do you live? I live in the United States. I want to contact you. How can I contact you? Save to invest. How are you? Da-da-dum-dum. I'm trying to send you a message. Send an email. Nope, I can't. How the hell do I send a freaking message? You can contact me here. All right. S-Bucks. Starbucks. Okay, user 9611281763355. What? Why can't your parents just name you a normal name? Seriously. Peter, Todd, Sheila, Jan. Anyway, Starbucks, huh? Starbucks. Interesting. This is what I'm staying away from for a while because my Starbucks got called away from me last week after that thing made that huge jump. Look at this is the 1 year chart. That's your high. Here's your bottom. That's where it was. And this is where it is. Look at the size of this huge gap right here. This happened just the other day. Now, I own stock here. She shot up, and then I got a notification saying that my stocks are being pulled away from me. Do I want to buy them back? And then, hell no, let them go. Okay, I got my money, let them go. All right, so at this current moment in time, 92.43, the 92.80s, looking at the 93s, 119, that's over 1%. That's what we're looking for. But here's the thing. Can we sell options on the day of the week or just on Monday? You can do it any day you want. Any day, except for Saturdays and Sundays. So, I forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about at the moment? 92, 93. Oh, okay. Let's zoom on in and actually take a closer look at that last 30 days. Okay. So last 30 days, she was 76. She dropped all the way down to 73. Then this big, huge gap up from 78 to 90. That's a $12 increase. That's a big jump. Right now, she's just been going sideways for a little bit. Well, hypothetically speaking, all these people that bought down here, okay, they're holding up there for some strange reason and not selling. I have no idea why they're not selling. Okay, if I see a $12 jump on a $72 stock, I would have taken my profit. All right, that's Starbucks. But yeah, me personally, I would stay away from it until I had a better idea of where it's moving. Because at this moment in time, it's not really clear of where it's going. So unless a dividend was coming up in the next couple of weeks, which, let's find out when. Starbucks has its dividend. The 16th. So that was last Friday for Starbucks. Yeah. Yeah, so the dividend was here on Friday, but the stock jumped up on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Cool beans. Anyways, that's when the dividend was. So the next dividend for Starbucks is not coming out for another 85 days. So I'm not going to be looking at Starbucks again for another 60, 70 days. That's a long time. So, hey, I got nothing against Starbucks, but I only look at them every 90 days. And I don't remember what our reason was the other day. Can you teach me? Sure can. Felix, you want to take a look at Halliburton? I had percent of, about what percent of stock investors never sell their stock and just hold on to it? Well, Charles, a lot of people do that. I'm new here. First, take a spoonful of honey for that cough. Feel better. You know, I have water, lemon, and honey, and it does help. I'm not used to talking so much, and I've been doing this every single day since the beginning of January. So my throat is starting to get really sore. Because normally, I usually don't talk that much at all. Second, can you explain what that screen on the right is? That's a calendar. Okay? That's a calendar. That's a chart. Now the calendar is my EX dividend calendar. It tells me when stocks have their earnings, have their splits, have their dividends, have their conference calls, have economic events daily. It tells me a lot of stuff when they plan on doing it. Because I found over the years, stocks have a tendency to increase just before the dividend is paid out. Okay, so if I'm looking at the calendar to tell me when to look at certain stocks, because they have their dividend coming out, once the dividend comes, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. Wow. All right, where was it? I know it's a calendar, but there is another screen prior to the calendar. Oh, that would be that screen. That's an option chain. How much money is needed to start investing? My grandson started out with 50 bucks. Okay, I started out with, I think, 12,000 many, many years ago. Okay. Neato. All right, so we got all the questions done. Cool beans. Next one on our list. RR. I have no idea who RR is. So let's take a gander. RR. Reichman Robotics. Yeah, no. I don't know who came up with that one. Here's one. Here's one. Siri. This is on Warren Buffett's list. first thing I always want to look at. Here's the high back in December. Here's the bottom in June. Okay, a year ago we're at 450. Now we're at 314. Okay, now I don't think I have any Siri this week. If you own the stock on the EX date and sell it before the payment date, do you get the dividend? I'm trying to figure out how to read that name. Sade Dirkman? I don't know. Sade Dirkman? That's what it looks like. Chad. Okay. How's it going there, Chad? It looks like Sade. Alrighty, whatever. Sorry, don't mean to offend. Alright, so, actually I'm not sorry, I just read it the way it looked like. Alright, what am I looking at? Siri. The high, the low, where was it, where is it, what direction it's going? It's at 316 at the moment. The threes are going for 16 cents, not worth it. The 350s, 8 cents, that is worth it. Okay, because that's over 2%, the 350s. Holy cow, look at the 350 puts. 51. Wow, that's horrible. Alrighty then. So, Siri, if you like it, let's take a look at the numbers. A year ago, we already did that. The last 30 days. Okay, here's the last 30 days. 30 days ago, $3.50, shoots up to 410, drops all the way down here to 270, up, down, up. Now she's coming back down again. Let's proceed. If you like Siri, what does Siri normally do this time of year? This time of year, normally, Siri looks like she goes to the upside. Look at that. From here for the next 2 weeks. Right, a little bit on the upside, which I like that idea. All right, where are we? Were you logged in on the TV? I have no idea what you mean by that question. What did you trade this Monday? Holy cow, Dean, this Monday. Let's see. Bank of America, Chevron, Ford, Intel, Macy's, Marathon, MPW, Schlumberger, and Walgreens. And then CVS, Halliburton, Kohl's, Walmart. What didn't I get to? And Wynn Resorts. Hopefully that answers your question. Entered Siri at 3:03 Monday. Sold the 3 calls. Was taken out yesterday. Well, did you make your money on your call, Secretariat? That's the idea of it. Is there any stock you are looking at if Trump wins the election? I'm going to read that question again. Kevin, is there any stocks you are looking at if Trump wins the election? All of them. I don't have any preference, and I really could care less who sits in the big chair. You know? Because I could delude myself and think I actually have some saying in the matter. You know what I mean? Okay. I haven't, you know, I've been through, I think Reagan was my first election. Okay. But since Reagan, all the way up to today, not a single president has ever helped me personally. So no, I have no preference whatsoever. I can really care less who is in the big chair. I only wish bought some more Siri because one of only 2 up this week. Okay. When setting up their sink or swim trading platform on chain options next to it, the strike price minimum max. I'm not seeing what he's saying. Let's see if the thicker swim on the option chain. Minimum max. I'm not I'm not seeing what he's talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about. DGD, huh? DJT. Okay, good. What boxes did you check, or in the say side expiration type delivery day strike price? Okay, not quite sure. What box did I check? I'm not seeing what he's talking about. Yeah, you just called on it where it said price next to up. Okay. You just clicked on it where it said strike price right next to up. Strike price. Okay. No idea. But all right. Is what it is. Let's continue. I'm at a loss what he's talking about. Abelmal. Abelmal is next on the list. ALB. ALB. Abelmal. Here we go. Abelmal. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction? Cool. Looks like it's going up. I don't like this little red dot here, though. Right down here. Okay. Looks like she's bouncing off of a bottom of the year. Okay, we're currently at 87.47, so the 88s are going for 65. Not quite there. The 87s are going for 98. You take 47 off of there. Yep, that's not it either. Okay, so Abelmal's not going to work this week. So what's next? Target, TGT. Who came up with Target? I don't know who that was. TGT. 156.82. Ooh, look at that big jump. Ooh, I hate Target when it does that. Okay? A year ago, 30 days ago, 30 days ago at 149, she drops out the bottom on the 5th, 132, and look at this big jump up here. Yep, that baby's coming down. That gap's going to fill, maybe even this one too. Wow. That's if you like Target. No, I'm thinking, what's the 135s going for? The 135s. Look at that. Can you check that out? That drop. That baby's going to drop. But how much time before it gets back down to 135? I'm thinking at least 3 weeks. Okay? That's just my opinion. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if you take a look at that drop. That baby's coming down. And here's the area where it should be, right here. 140 to 135, 140. So the 135s are going for 4 cents a share. Ooh, that's cheap. Now, I'm not suggesting anybody do that, but that's still cheap. All right, let's get back on track. Verizon, VZ. Boy, I'm not used to you guys not having any questions. That's weird. Verizon, $40.87. So the 41 is going for 32. That's not quite 1%. I like 1%. So as much as people might like Verizon, look at the last 30 days. Okay? Up, down, up, down, up. Yep, she's going to continue going up for a while anyway. Are you hesitant to invest after Black Swan drop? Or is it a good time to jump in on quality stocks? Uh-oh. Somebody wants to look at spiders, which is a no. I don't know why they want that. I'm waiting for your message. Arrow. Okay. Hold on a second. Save to travel. You waiting for my message? Arrow. Save to travel. Can I contact you after your live broadcast? Sure. Sure. Not a problem. DM me right here. Okay. Send me your number. I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call tonight if you want. Or if not, in the morning. Either one. Okay. Spider. Yeah. Spider is out of my price range. Number one. Okay. 557. Number two. Look where it is. It's at the high. Okay, so goes a high, she pulls back, comes down, pulls back, and shoots up. And then she's going to come back down again. Usually. Next. Okay. Yeah, I don't like spiders. It's a little too pricey. Okay, and they're not consistent with their dividends. So next on the list here, Pfizer. Pfizer, PFE. Pfizer, PFE. First thing I want to see is the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Right now I can buy it at 28.83. The 29s are going for 32. That's what I'm looking for. That is more than 1%. I like more than 1%. I like Pfizer. Okay, Pfizer is one of those companies. It's been in the news a lot. I don't know if it's good or bad, but do you like Pfizer? That's the question you need to ask yourself. A year ago was the high of the year at 37.20. Bottomed out with a triple bottom at 25.20. Okay, look at the last 30 days. Okay, is it or what? Look, 30 days ago we're at 30. Shoots up to 31.50, drops all the way down here to 27.85. It comes back up, and here where we are now. Today it could be a pullback, don't know. Tomorrow will give us a better idea what direction it seems to be going. Okay, Neil wants to take a look at AT. What the heck is AT? Atlantic Power Corporation. Never heard of them, and they have no options. That's going to mean it's a no. Sorry. Sorry, Neil. Next on my list, Estee Lauder. Really, Gallant came up with this one. AT, Atlantic Power. It has no options, dude. Sorry. We should have many opportunities to cooperate and help more people in need. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Okay, Wildcat Sam. Hey, how you doing? So save to invest, if you can elaborate on that a little bit better. Arrow. Hey, somebody's using my tag name Arrow. You can see my photo. The other arrow was saying save to invest. Okay, Arrow. I got 27 other people pretending to be me. You only got one. So I'm not quite sure how sorry I should feel for you or what I should feel at the moment. But it is disconcerting. That's funny. Look at the question before AT. AT. I'm waiting for your message. SPY I'm hesitant to invest after Black Swan. Nope. Arrow, Frenzy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just clicked on it where blah, blah, blah. Can I contact you after the live? Yep, yep, yep. What boxes did you check? Okay, I'm clueless on to what we're talking about. No worries. I'll send you my number and you can guide me through the trading platform by setting it at you. Okay, cool beans. Felix, Halliburton. Did we look at Halliburton earlier today? If the stock doesn't reach your desired price, you're outright to buy the entire stock. Is that Curlba or Calibra? Cariba? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. All right. I'm stuck here. What am I looking at? Okay. If the stock doesn't reach your desired price, you outright buy. No, you buy the stock originally, and then you sell an option if that may or may not hit your price. 86. How are you? Nice of you to show up. Way to go. Next on the list, Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder. Interesting. Interesting. What about Lowe's? You buy the entire contract. All right, Curlba. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Okay, I don't buy contracts. I sell contracts. Okay. All is well. Cool beans. All right. So, I'm taking a look at Estee Lauder. First thing, as always, the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Here's a big downturn since April. Just down, and then we're bouncing off of the bottom right there. I want to take a closer look at that. All right. So, the high of the year, 165 a year ago. All right. The bottom of the year was just recently. That was last Monday. Okay. So the last 30 days paints a whole different picture. All right. So 30 days ago, we opened up at 98.89. We have a double top, almost a triple top at 102. Check it out. 1, 2, 3 at 102 means it didn't want to go over that 102 mark. Okay, she pulls back, and on the 12th was the low of the 30-day period, 86.05. Bounces up a little bit, pulls back. Not quite sure where it wants to go now. 5 down days in a row. I mean, not down, but look. She opened up, closed lower. Open here, close lower. Open here, close lower. Open here, close lower. So the sellers seem to be pushing this thing down. The market maker is still trying to push it up. Weird. Okay. But anyway, at the 93, the 93 is going for $1.30. Okay, that's a nice premium. It's over 1%. Okay, if that's what you're looking for. If you like Estee Lauder. Now, I do have some Estee Lauder. I've owned it for a lot longer than I care to own it. All right, what's next on the list? Merck. MRK. Somebody wanted to take a look at Merck yesterday. MRK. It's a funny thing, you guys aren't suggesting anything decent today. Why buy stocks? You should sell puts and then sell covered calls. CMG, thank you for that. Win. W-Y-N-N. Alrighty. Cariba. Is that right? Cariba? Win. We're going to take a look at Win in a little bit. Okay, CMG. I'd like to hear more on your theory, and I'd like to see more of the rates of returns that you're getting using that theory consistently. And go from there. Felix, will it ever go back up again? Walgreens. That's a good question. I'm kind of curious. Okay, they decided to eliminate 25% of the stores. Okay, fine. Once they eliminate 25% of the stores, what's going to happen after that? That's what I'm curious to see. And how long it's going to take them to eliminate 25% of the stores. But if you think about it, I mean, it sounds kind of mean, buy the stock when it's down. It's like a 7-year bottom. Oh boy. What about Disney stock? Let's finish up looking at Merck first. All right. Merck, 117.24. The 117s are going for 111. That's not going to do. The 118s, that's not going to do either. Sorry, Merck just doesn't cut it. WYNN. Okay, a year ago, we're sitting at 94.98. We topped off at 110.30. David, when will I finish? I finish at 11:30, but another hour. Drop at 71.71, and that was just recently. Look at the last 30 days. I mean, this looks sweet as hell. In my humble opinion, of course. She drops down, back up, down, up, down. Look where she's going now. Slowly to the upside, 77.09 at this moment in time. What's the 77s going for? The 77 is going for 129. That's a nice premium. Now, I already own some wins, so it wouldn't do me any good. Okay. So save to invest. I got another hour to go. 11:30 is when I usually get off. Okay, now I usually say if there's 200 people or more at 11:30, I'll stay on, but there's not. I will communicate with you. All right, well, I'll be here. Next on the list, GIS, which is General Mills. I didn't think we'd get to it today. It's kind of strange, not that many questions today. Like last night, you guys were bombarding me with questions. All right, so General Mills, you say. Okay, here's our high. Here's our low. That's where it was. Where it is. Look at that run up. It's going to be a no just because of the run up. Okay, that's too close to the high. AVGO 162.34. Now AVGO at 162 is going 550. The 163s are going for 480. That's nice. But look at where she is. Okay, 30 days ago, we're here at 162. And we dropped down here to 130, shoot on up, and today was the high of the 30-day period. So AVGO is going to be a thanks, but not this week. Sorry. SMCI, really? He wants to get me going on SMCI? SMCI. Okay, super micro computers. Well, look where the high is right there. Look where the low is. Look where it is right now, 604, a little out of my price range, but, more power to you, The 608s, the 610s are going for $26 a share. If you can afford 100 shares of a $600 stock. For 100 shares of that stock, that's $600,000. Sorry, out of my price range. Happy to admit. All right, grateful for you, DKNG. Isn't that Dunkin' Donuts? DKNG. That's DraftKings. DKNK is Dunkin' Donuts. DraftKings is a no. Okay. Okay, DraftKings has not been in business long enough. Felix, James, is AGNC on your list? Well, we just looked at AGNC. What did AGNC? Okay. It's AGNC. We couldn't figure out which direction it was going. Okay, there's our high, here's our bottom. She goes up, she pulls back, up, and we have no idea where she's going at the moment. The $10 one is going for 15 cents. Okay, that's not worth it. The 1050 is not worth it. The premiums are horrible on AVGO. Oh boy. Somebody wants to do snow. All right. So, grateful for you. Yeah, DraftKings is not 20 years old. They don't have enough dividends for me. There's a major correction coming. You will think October you will see a drop. Well, here's the thing. And I'm finding it strange. I'm trying not to push it. But as long as people keep talking about it, it becomes closer and closer to the forefront of your mind, which means, everybody stops spending money. What happens when everybody stops spending money? Well, a recession comes. It's just that freaking simple. Stop thinking about it, and just go live your life. All right? Snow. I think snow was a no because it doesn't have dividends. Okay, isn't that correct? Go over to Yahoo Finance and put an SNOW. And then we look at summary. Yeah, they have no dividends. Okay, WEN. Wendy's. Interesting. Interesting. How far back does Wendy's go? Wendy's goes all the way back to 2003. It's like 21 years of dividends. Now, they're not very good at increasing because in 03 it was at 7 cents. Okay, in 05 it was still at 7. And then it went to 08 and early 05. Then it dropped to 2. What the hell? 4 to 8. Wow. That's a big drop. Yeah, I'm not 100% fancy with WEN and the amount of dividends they're having. And it's not the amount, it's the lack of increasing. So ask yourself a question. And this is different for everyone. Okay, if you're investing money into a company, do you want a company that's consistently profitable? I mean, every single year paying higher and higher dividends. Because that's how you figure out if a company's profitable. It's the shortcut. Okay, now I admit it's cheating. Okay, I do not want to read the annual reports. I don't want to read the quarterly reports. You would think that I would, but the outcome of reading those is going to tell me whether or not it's a profitable company or not. Well, I can bypass all that crap and go straight to the dividend. Because the dividend is the portion of the profits that is paid to the investors. So if that profit increases every single year, well, logic and common sense say, well, okay, Dow, we looked at Dow yesterday. It wasn't very presentable, okay? Now the reason, why did we say no to the Dow yesterday? I think it had to do with their dividends. DOW. Yeah. Okay, they've only been paying dividends since 2019, and they haven't increased at all. So it's going to be no for Dow, and I'm pretty sure Snow was the same thing, or Snow was just a plain old no. Yeah, Snow has no dividends at all. There are no dividends in the selected time period. That means there's no dividends for Snow. Okay, WEN, the dividends aren't that great. They're not consistently increasing. So why would I continue doing it? Okay, Felix, we looked at Dow, and they don't have the dividends to support what we're looking to do. ORGN, Oregon, ORGN. Oops. Let's go back to the right place. ORGN. All right. That's going to be a no. Okay, reason why ORGN's a no. Okay, reason for that. Monthly optional stock. I don't do monthly optional stocks. Okay, they just don't pay. The numbers just don't work. Okay, I like weekly optional stocks and companies that have dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. All right, we already did Energy Transfer. ORG is a no. Nike, NKE, 83.70. Here's the high, here's the low, where it was, where it is, going this direction here to the upside. 83.70, look at the 84s, 103. You want a good company? Well, name recognition, Nike. They're giving over 1% if you like Nike. That's the big one. Do I like Nike? William Lee, how are you? All right, Jerry, we already looked at Energy Transfer earlier today. We haven't looked at Dell yet, so we're going to take a look at Dell very shortly. So Nike, look at this big drop they had here. Okay, from 93.90, she drops all the way down to 72. Keeps on going, finds a 30-day bottom on the 5th of August, which was just a couple weeks ago. Okay, shoots on up, a nice little gap up here, and keeps on going. Today was a down day. It was a down day for a lot of things today. So we'll see tomorrow what happens. Now, I like Nike. All right, that being said, if you like Nike at this current price, now I think, hypothetically speaking, it's ready for a profit-taking session. So I'm going to put Nike down, not for next week, but for the week after. And it's already written down. Must have wrote it down the other day. All right, Dell. Let's take a quick look at Dell. D-E-L-L. Interesting. Okay, a year ago we're in the 50s. A couple of months ago we're at 180. Now we're at 108. All right. Now I believe I do have some Dell. Not 100% correct, but let's check. No Dell here. No Dell. I was thinking of Intel. Okay. Yeah, so I have Intel. I don't have Dell. But I did have Dell a couple of weeks ago. Well, let's take a look. Last 30 days for Dell. Okay. Here's our 30-day high here. Here's our 30-day bottom. Now we shoot up here. Now she's going sideways. That's not giving me a warm, fuzzy feeling. Because your bottom, your top to your bottom, 30-day top to a 30-day bottom. Now she's moving up, moving sideways here. So a nice movement here, but she's stalling for the whole week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, no hardly any movement at all. Staying in the same little area. So which way is it going to go? I'm going to have to pass on Dell because it's not clear. Usually there's a clear picture of where it's going to go. But this, up, yeah, that was nice because you get the drop and then she shoots up. Great. Well, now she's stalled out. Who knows what's going to happen next? So I'm going to sit and wait and watch on that one. Mark Sherman, you want to take a look at, Jack. Oh boy. Jack, here we go. Jack in the Box, seriously? Jack in the Box is a monthly, which means we don't do monthlies because they just don't pay the same. I can't help you out with that. It's just nothing more than a waste of our time looking at something I'm not going to do. Okay? Look at the last 30 days. Okay, she goes down, she goes up, now she's in the downward turn. Okay? The numbers just don't work for me. Never do on monthlies. All right, Jack, we looked at ADM. We already looked at, wait a minute, ADM's Archer Daniels. Did I cover Dow? Felix, we did Dow twice. Okay, we looked at Dow twice, and it was not today type scenario. ADM, Archer Daniels. Archer Daniels is a dividend king, which means more than likely the options are going to be crappy. Okay, high, low, where is it? Here's where we are, 159.25. The 59 is going for 95 cents. Now you think that's good, but my purchase price is $59.50. So I'm losing 50 cents. You take 50 cents off of this, now I'm walking away with 45. That's not 1%. Now, it could be because it's going from 95 to 105. Right? So I could get it if I did a limit order. but a little bit of extra step. The 60 is going for 45, not quite your 1% either. Okay, I like Archer Daniels. Nike, we already looked at Nike. Macy's, we already looked at Macy's. Adidas, oh my goodness, why Adidas? I've never traded Adidas. I don't think you're spelling it right. Adidas. There's no options. Sorry, dude. Hello, James. Happy Thursday. Kevin, L-O-A-D-D-Y-Y. Yep, I'm looking at it. Right here, A-D-D-Y-Y. There's no options available. That's going to be a no. Robert Schwartz, W. Wants to take a look at W. Wayfair. Really? Wayfair? Well, how often has Wayfair paid dividends? Okay, unfortunately, there are no dividends for the time selected for Wayfair. Travis Colbart, do I ever have a week without any trades you like? Nope. Do you ever look at Clorox? Ooh, CLX. CLX. All right, CLX, I like it. I buy it once in a while, but this time it's going to be no because it's at the high of the year. Okay, I don't like buying at the high of the year. Charlo, that's funny. How many trades do I do and manage a week? Oh, about 20. Adidas. Erica, NU. NU, ooh, now NU is going to be a no this week, okay, only because it's at the high of the year. All right, I don't like buying at the high of the year. If I really like the stock, I will write it down and I will take a look at it, and I'd say in about 2 or 3 weeks. Now, the reason why I'm saying 2 or 3 weeks is because she's here now. I want to wait for her to come down to here, turn around, go back up again before I jump in. So I'm saying 2 to 3 weeks. So let's put NU 2 weeks from now. All right, so we're going to look at NU in about 2 weeks. Okay, Erica? Is it better to trade more accounts with a lower amount or one trade with higher quality? Ooh, now that is a good question. Okay, is it better to trade more accounts with a lower amount or one trade with a quality, with a higher quality? Ooh, I like that one. Can you make 1% with limit orders? Yes, you can. That was quick, right? So, Tasha, let me see if I can answer your question. I suppose it would depend on how you really felt about it and what was your goal. Is your goal to get, a safe, secure 1% regardless, or are you looking, for a whole bunch of trades? Because you do a whole bunch of trades, yeah, you'll make a little bit here and there and there. What do you think about C? Ooh, Boomba. I like C. Me likey C. Okay, C is Citigroup. Okay, first thing I want to see. Where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? What can I pay for it? 60.49. The 61s are going for 60. Barely make my 1%. The 60s are going for 114. Yeah, looks like the 60s would be a better choice. Oh, God, that's horrible. That's actually hot toddy. Ugh. You demand, Boomba. Thank you. You got a ton of people making fake accounts of yours and following your viewers, by the way. Yep, I'm aware of that. 27 last I checked. 27 imposters pretending to be me. But the funny thing is, I was taking some advice from someone else, and she had 71 imposters. And I was saying, wow, now I feel inadequate. I only got 27. Oh, S-O-N. Okay, let's finish looking up Citigroup. Okay, we're on Citigroup at the moment, so let's finish up this one. Ben and Siri. Okay, we looked at Siri earlier, but Ben, B-E-N, is actually a dividend king, and it's a monthly optionable stock. So Siri we like, okay, but Ben, no, because it doesn't have weekly options. Coca-Cola, the options, well, we'll bring them up and show them to you. Let's finish up with Citigroup first, okay? First thing I want to see, the high, the low, where was it, where is it, where it's going, blah, blah, blah. All right, we already fixed it, finished that. So let's take a look at the numbers. A year ago, 41.50, bottomed out in October, 38.17, shot up. Here's our high right here, about 5 weeks ago on the 17th. Okay, well, 4 weeks ago, or 30 days ago, we opened up at 65.14, topped it off at 66.23. 4 days later, here's our bottom. 4 days later, our bottom's 53.51. Look at the movement to the upside. She's moved up. She topped out here. Now she's pulling back again. So sorry, but Citigroup, as much as I like it, it looks like it's going to pull back a little bit. And I want to put Citigroup on my list for 2 weeks from today, because I like the movement that I'm seeing, and the Citigroup always has nice premiums. Okay, has nice premiums, but you see where it is at the moment. Okay, the high is over there. Okay, here's the bottom. She shoots up, gets a top here. Now she's pulling back. Okay, great. Well, how much is going to come back? Well, from what I'm saying about 2 weeks before it's a good time to jump back in. Not next week, but the week after. Okay, you got a ton of people. Yep, Microsoft, MSFT. Interesting. A little out of my price range, but let's go over it. And yes, Siri does have weekly options. Okay, so here's the bottom. There's the top. Pulls back right there. 416 to 417 is going for $5. That's over 1%. Okay, great. So look where she is. Okay, here's your 30-day high at 468, and here's the bottom right here at 385. Okay, she shoots up to the top. Here's your pullback or profit taking, whatever you want to call it. But she's up there. If you do not take your profits, you're going to end up losing them eventually, because it's not a profit until you take it. So you take your profits. Now we're down here at 385. Ooh, that's cheap for Microsoft. Let's pile on. She's shooting up. What happened today? Okay, is today the end of the upward trend here, or is that just a minor glitch? Now, minor glitches happen every once in a while. They call that what? A glitch in the matrix. All right, anyway. Coca-Cola, like I said, Coca-Cola usually doesn't have very good premiums, and look where it is. Okay, 140-year-old company way up there, 69.44. The 69s are going for 80. Once you take the 44 cents off that, not even 0.5%. Okay, I don't think I've ever bought Coca-Cola because the premiums are what they are. Okay, and James, you want to look at Ben. What's that, Franklin? Yeah, Franklin Resources, yeah. Okay, it's a monthly optional stock. I don't do monthlies, they just don't pay. Siri, we already did. Okay, we already did Siri, and we're talking about the 350. See, right now it's at 316, and the 350 is going for 8 cents. The 8 cents is more than 2% on Siri. Okay. All right. What else were we looking at? Okay, ALB. Boom, Bob. We already looked at ALB. Michael David Robinson. Hey, hi, hello, konnichiwa. OSK. Oh, is that Ozark? Oshkosh. Holy cow. Wait a minute. OZK is Oshkosh. Is Ozark. All right, so Oshkosh, yeah, no. Monthly optional stock doesn't work for me. All right, what's next? Devon Energy. Didn't we look at DVN a little while ago? We did. Yes, we did look at DVN. Okay, and we talked about it very nicely. Okay, she came down, she went up, pulled back right here, and see the loop. We figured DVN for another week. Okay, so for not next week, but the week after. Okay, the week of the 13th. Okay, for DVN, she's gonna come back down again, and then bounce back up. Hypothetically speaking, none of this is in concrete. I'm just interpreting the way I see the charts, because that's what charts do. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. Well, look at what we're doing. We're buying and we're selling, you and me, because we are the buyers and we are the sellers. We buy, we sell. We create this mess. The market maker just decides where to start the race for the day. He draws a line in the sand, and we say too high or too low, based on whatever information whoever's feeding us and whoever we're listening to. But it all comes down to the same. At some point, we're going to think it's too high, and at some point, we're going to think it's too low. So when it's too low, we start to buy. When it's too high, we start to sell. All right, Abelmal, yep, OSK, we looked at that one. Devon Energy, we already looked at Devon Energy. BAX, Baxter, BAX, Baxter, what is that? 36.66. I'm gonna have to quit pretty soon because my eyes can't focus for beans. It's weird. I'm sitting here staring at the words, and it's like they're just not making any sense. All right, 36.66 to 37 is going for 15 cents. Nope, don't want to go any further with Baxter. KHC, Heinz Ketchup. Oh, KHC. 35.59. The 35.50s are going for 34. You take 9 cents off of there, and it's just not worth it. Sorry. Okay, KHC, it's another one of those 100-year-old companies. They don't have to pay good premiums because they have longevity on their side. All right, RA. What the heck is RA? RA. Brookfield Real Asset Income has no options. That's going to be a no. MSA, I have no idea what those are. That's a no also. RA, we already looked at that one. That was a no. Dennis, I have no idea why you want me to look at a monthly optional stock. The numbers just don't work. Okay? So, Kevin, I can tell you the same thing. Okay, 178, I have to hold it for 4 weeks. The 175s are going for $3, which is a little over 2%, but I'm losing $3 right off top. Yeah, that's not even worth it. Look at the numbers, they just don't work. Oh, come on, Zach, really? The Qs? Q. Okay, a bit out of my price range. You do a covered call on the Qs, that's almost $500,000 for one contract. Sorry. Okay, to do one contract. The 177s, 615. Clear. 615 divide 476. That right? No, clear. $6.15. 6.15 divide 476. 476. 1.2%. Yeah. I'm not gonna put up $500,000 to get 1.2% for the week. Sorry. And the Qs, I'm pretty sure. The Qs, are you ready to see this? Because you're going to get a little depressed. Okay, historical performance. They have plenty of dividends they pay out. But let's go for the last 20 years. Okay. So 20 years ago, 2004, we're at 38 cents. Then they dropped it to 4, then to 10, then to 3, then to 2, then to 5, then to 3, then to 4, then 3, then 4, then 7, then 9, then 11, then 8, then 12, then 10, then 16, then 5, then 11. There's no consistency here whatsoever. CSCO. Okay, let's look at CSCO. We looked at CSCO yesterday. CSCO. Cisco. Yeah, I'm going to say no to Cisco for today, only because look at this gap up. Okay, here we go, the last 30 days. Okay, she went up, she came down, she went up, she came down, then she went up and she gapped up between 45.50 and 48.50 and then kept on going. Yeah, eventually there's going to be profit taken there. I want nothing to do with it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it down for 3 weeks from today. Okay, 3 weeks from today. All right, so that's next week. That's 2 weeks. It is 3 weeks. Cisco, CSCO. Well, alrighty then. So Cisco's on the list for 3 weeks from today. All right. It's divided. Ethan has divided GOO stocks to INV in the long term. GOOS. Goose. Never heard of them. All right, 1550, 1150, 10K. Interesting. The last 30 days, if you really like them. Okay. 30 days ago, we're here. Comes down, drops. Here's our 30-day bottom right here. Shoots on up. Now it's pulling back down again. Pretty clear what it's doing. What is the best way to get a list of stocks with weekly dividends? Tasha, you ready for this? CBOE.com. Okay, once you get there, you look under weekly dividend stocks, and it will give you a list of all the stocks that have weekly options on them. Okay, CBOE is Chicago Board of Options Exchange. Okay, CBOE.com. Is there a delay when a trade is made that changes the numbers some? Charlo, I'm really not 100% sure what you mean by that. Okay? Thank you. You're welcome, Tasha. Are you profitable? Oh, I'm very profitable. What do you think of Maxion? MXAN. MAXN. Interesting. Yeah. I find it really strange that a 17-cent stock actually has options on it. Okay? What I'm also strange is you think that this company has 20 years of increased dividends. Well, no. So unknown. Am I profitable? Yes, I am. Thank you very much for asking. I'm thankful for your concern for my financial well-being. What's your trading style? My trading style is dividend capturing coupled with covered calls. So covered calls coupled with dividend capturing. I call it dividend capturing 2.0. Dell opinion. All right, we already did our opinion on Dell a little while ago. Bitto is an ETF that goes along with Bitcoin and all the hype at the beginning of the year Bitcoin. Yeah, we tried some calendar spreads on them and they just kept going down. So I bailed on those. James, why do some companies have some weeklies but later on monthlies? What you're seeing here. Okay, well they go down to 5. And then as the months slowly tick away, they'll pick them up. It just looks that way because there's too many of them to list. Hormel. Do you trade personal capital or with prop firms as well? Now, prop firms, from what I understand, you're not allowed to hold overnight. So I don't trade prop firms. I trade actual cash. Okay, and I actually get to hold it if I feel like it. Kevin Hormel, Intel. All right, Mike, we already looked at Intel earlier today, okay, but we haven't looked at Hormel. HRL, and just in case you're wondering, Hormel is a dividend king. Have been in business for over 100 years. Okay, so Hormel currently at 32.25. The 32s are going for 30 cents. Yep, the numbers just don't work. And this is one of the issues you're going to have with the really old companies. Really old companies that are established, they don't need me and you. Okay, so the premiums aren't as attractive. Now, if you're okay with getting 0.5% with a company that's over 100 years old, well, there's a bunch of them. Okay, Johnson and Johnson, Coca-Cola, Hormel. There's a few other ones. Unknown, you must be a teen asking about prop firms. We trade with real capital, not fake prop. Yeah, I get that. However, from what I understand, prop firms, you're not allowed to carry the you're not allowed to carry the stocks for a long period of time. From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I know you're using someone else's money. Okay, that much I know, and you get to share the profits. I know that part. But what are the other rules to it? You know what I mean? Do we think about the incoming towards a recession? Wow, this is like people. This is what I said 2 days ago. You say that word once, and then all of a sudden everyone starts repeating it. Okay, this is the second time tonight someone has said it. Somebody said it last night. Someone said it the night before. There has been a recession. There has been a crash. There has been a pullback every single decade. Okay, so if you think there's not going to be a pullback, eventually you're mistaken. They happen every 10 years. Prop firms only make money when the person fails the tests. They then buy another test and fail again. That makes no sense at all. Selling options is the best in your opinion. Okay. Knowledgeable investor, I guess there's not people that make money, more money, than you that trade prop firms. What do you think about Intel? Okay, Luco, we already did Intel twice tonight. I'm not doing Intel again. Okay, we did it twice. It's actually recorded on YouTube. So this session that we're having right here, there's 2 live events right now on YouTube. One is me standing in front of the camera, just like you see. The other one is just the screen alone by itself with me in the top left corner. Okay? So if you want to see what I think about Intel that I already did twice today, you can go check it out there. Let's keep going. What do I think? Knowledgeable investors, there's a millionaire traders that still use prop firms. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. All right. So next on the list will be Procter and Gamble. Ooh, Procter and Gamble. Oh, I hate those things. I don't know if you guys ever had a hot toddy before, but there's lemon, honey, tea, and bourbon. I think it was bourbon. Ugh. All right. People that ask any prop firms usually haven't been involved with prop firms. Okay, I'm being 100% honest. I've heard of them, never looked into them. Okay, I have enough to do at my own time, and I'm perfectly happy with where I am in life. I make a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week on my own investment, my own little portfolio. That allows me to pay my bills. That works for me. All right. So that being said, I don't really look at many, hey, this is a great opportunity. No. That's how those prop firms make money off of new traders. They are a scam. Well, alrighty then. Do you look out past 1 year on the stock history very often with this method? Carlo, no, I don't. Okay, G-I-L-D, Kevin, G-I-L-D, G-I-L-D. Oops, let's pull it up here. G-I-L-D. Gilead. All right, well, let's take a look at Gilead. Did you do SPY? Yes, we already did spiders. Is Energy Transfer a good stock for dividends in your opinion? They're not as good with the consistency and their increasing of their dividends on a yearly basis. But they do have, plenty of dividend increases. Okay, they may not be consistent. Knowledgeable investors exactly, but the ones who know what they're doing crush them. Yeah, they're probably right. Anybody who knows what they're doing in any field is always going to be best. There's always someone who is the best in any field, no matter what it is. They never had money in the first place. Okay. There's a downside to everything in life. Yep, that's true too. Oh, look at that. We're past 11 o'clock already. Okay, what does that mean? That means let's keep on going. What else do we got to go next? Definitely prop firms that have proof of payouts. Buy and hold is best. Swing trading is also good, and then you can sell options. Well, alrighty then. I think some people call what I do swing trading because I buy on a Monday and I sell on a Friday. That makes sense. My boy just got paid $75,000 from one-of-one funding. Okay, that's lovely. All right, so let's take a look at Gilead. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Right here, take a look at that. 76.10, the 76 is going for 91. That's well over 1% if we like Gilead. All right, so let's take a closer look at that last 30 days. So here's our 30 days. Here's our 30-day bottom. There's our 30-day top. She pulls back. Here's another bottom. Now she's going to the upside. There might be more space to go for the whole next week. But that would be 10 days in a row of going straight up. I don't know. Do you think Gilead can do it? It might be able to. It might not. I just don't know. Next on our list over here, Visa. Let's look at some Visa. Well, looky yonder. Okay, here's our high, here's our low. She goes up, she goes down, she goes back up again. 267. The 267's 310. Nice. That's over 1%. And I know we all have heard of who Visa is. All right. All right. You trade ICT2. I have no idea what that means. All right. Are you just one of those people that just force yourself to see everything? Of course. You're not doing a scam. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. ABDE. Do AVAX. Is TJR a good mentor? I have no idea who TJR is. Okay. So I really couldn't tell you one way or the other. All right. So let's take a look at what's going on. ADBE. We're looking at Visa. Let's not get sidetracked. Anytime I have ADD, so when I see that thing moving with all the questions, I stop what I'm doing and I pay attention to the questions. So let's hold up for a second. Visa, 268, 65. The 267s are going for 310. I'm losing a buck right away. Yeah, that's not going to be 1%. Neither is the 270s. Yeah, up, down, yeah. So you really gotta like Visa. Now Visa once in a while has some good premiums. At this moment they don't. ADBE, ADBE, ABDB. Okay, 557. Yeah, no, a little bit too high for me. AVAX, AVAX. Who's that? Yeah, can't find that symbol. That means it's a no. Looks like, looks like you are pick the at the money strike. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It always goes by the numbers. If I can go further in the money, it's a safer bet and it's a lower interest. Who is Visa? Really, James? Come on. Yeah, James isn't a scam. Yeah, I've been here for a while. I have no idea who even says I'm a scam. Huh, fine. I always tell people don't listen to a damn word I say. What the hell do I know? I don't know shit. I don't have any licenses. Well, I have a license to drive a car. That's it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a nothing. I'm just a guy down the street who found something that worked, and that's what I use. That's what I use. That's what I teach here. If you want to use it, hey, fine. Great. If not, it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. Generally, just asking for your reasoning. Investor, how come? How do you learn? Okay, I'm lost with these conversations you guys get going on here. Generally just asking your reasoning. Okay, my reasoning. Thoughts on VRTX. VRTX. Isn't that a no? VRTX. Okay. 489. Little out of my price range. AGO. He got YouTube. Okay. AGO. Messi or Ronaldo? Ooh. I'm more of a player than a watcher. Sorry. Seriously. 60 years old. I still play soccer. He said he made millions from SOL, but never showed proof. TJR, the scammer. Okay. Investor, do you know your stuff? AGO. Okay, whatever. I have no idea what these guys are talking about here. AGO is a monthly. That's going to be a no. FSLR. FSLR. No idea who those are. Cool. First Solar. FSLR. Okay, 218. The 217.50 is interesting. Okay. FSLR. First Solar. They've got no dividends. Okay, so when it says dividend investing for weekly cash flow, your first clue should be a stock should have dividends. Yeah, this is not TJR situation. Thank you, Mike. Michael David Robinson. I want to see what's in his pocket so badly. Okay, I have no idea who he's talking about. Knowledgeable investors. So, because he didn't show proof of the money he makes, he says, okay, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I know, and I've been investing for over 10 years, buy and hold and sell options. What do you do? Oh, please, don't start the arguing. Regardless, he's making money, more money than you from trading or from whatever else you say doing. Okay, late here, but what do you have against monthly dividends? Dennis, I'm assuming you're not talking monthly dividends. Oh, wait a second. Yes, monthly dividends. All right, Dennis, give me a stock that you're talking about, and then I'll pick on it, okay? I'll give you my honest opinion on a company. What are we looking at? Thanks. First Solar is about 15-year company. That is why there is no dividends. Okay, so Tasha. I'm not sure, Tasha. Thanks. First Solar is about 15-year-old company. Is that why there are no dividends? No. Apparently, Tasha, you have two different kinds of companies. Well, you actually have three. You have private companies, which we don't have the privilege of enjoying, okay? And then you have the other two, okay? You have companies that take all the profits and put them back into the company for capital growth, okay? So the company goes from here to here faster. Now, the other companies, okay, the second set, are companies that share the dividends with the investors. That's you and me. There's actually 9,598 companies that I can invest in at any moment. That's just the stocks, 9,598. So how do I decide which ones I want? I only invest in companies that have consistently increased their dividends. I know the dividends are a shortcut to figure out if they're profitable. Okay, a company is profitable or it's not profitable. They are either consistently profitable or they're not consistently profitable. So if the dividend is the portion of the profits given back to the investors, it only makes sense that if the dividend consistently increases year after year after year, that means the company is consistently profitable year after year after year. And if they're not consistently profitable, why would I want to put my money into it? Okay, so I like companies, the dividend kings, the dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders. And then we got Warren Buffett's list. Those 5 lists should give you about 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends and have weekly options. The reason I want weekly options is because I want a weekly cash flow. All right, I've been investing for all that, blah, blah, blah. What do you do? Late here, but what do I have against monthly dividends? Dennis, you want to talk about RA. Lovely. I got 10 minutes left. Let's pick on RA today. Okay, RA. Why don't I like RA? Well, number one, RA has no options. How am I supposed to get a weekly cash flow from a company that has no way of me getting weekly cash flow other than staring at this damn thing all day long? Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to stare at a chart all day long. So, RA. How consistent are they with their dividends? Okay, come on, let's keep going. 2016. Okay, 2016 is when RA first started paying dividends. We are currently in 2024. Okay, so that's 8 years of dividends. 8 years of dividends, well, let's see if they increase them. Okay, in 2016, they're 20 cents. 2017, they were 20 cents. 2018, 20 cents. 2019, 20 cents. 2020, 20 cents. 2021, 20 cents. 2022, 20 cents. Doesn't sound like this company increases their dividends at all. Holy shit. 2023, 20 cents. 2024, 12 cents. And you think this is someplace I want to put my money? What the hell are you thinking? Seriously, that's a no and a half. Okay, if the company's not consistently increasing their dividend every single year, how the hell am I supposed to know if they're profitable or not? Okay, there's 300 companies that do what I want to be done, consistently increasing their dividends. It lets me know. Worst case scenario, if this thing goes to the floor, well, yeah, I'm going to get a higher dividend every year. There are companies that have been doing that for 50 years, some of them 60 years. You got GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation. They've increased their dividends every single year for almost 7 decades. Why would I look at a company that doesn't even have 10 years of increased dividends yet? Well, they have no increased dividends. They just have 8 years of dividends. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, I buy the stock 8 years ago and I'm getting a certain return. Okay, let's say I buy it at $100, 8 years ago. I'm getting 20 cents a share for the dividend. Great. Well, don't you think 8 years later I should be getting more than 20%? Definitely not 12. Okay? 8 years ago it was at 20 cents. Now it's at 12? And you think, all right, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. He might be new here. I really don't know. But what I like specifically, you can invest your money any way you want. But for me personally, I will not put my money into a company that decreases its dividends. Because what does that tell me? That tells me they're not consistently profitable. Why would I want to put my money in a company that's not consistently profitable? There's 9,598 other companies, 97, other companies that may be better off than this one. So why would I do this one? Number one, it doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. It doesn't have any increased dividends whatsoever. Their dividends went backwards. So no, hell no to RA. All right, what else do we got here? Unknown. Auto investor, I've been investing, blah, blah, blah. Sorry if my terms were wrong. All right, that's okay, Tasha. Weekly is good, but I like to do monthlies too. I like to do a mix of both. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. All right, Kershid, you want to be invited onto the live and speak to my wonderful audience? Well, however, I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what you want to talk about. I honestly do not want to talk politics. I don't want to talk religion. I don't want to talk NASCAR. I don't want to talk about, the moon rising over Venus. I don't want any of that crap. Charlo, 1% weekly is an awesome return for a safe investment. Almost too good. Yep, I hear that a lot. Weekly is good. Okay, so investor, you could do whatever you want. Seriously, I've been investing for almost 20 years. Okay, I have hardly ever seen a good monthly optionable stock that will beat a weekly optionable stock. Because weekly, I get 52 checks a year. 52. Monthly, 12. Okay, and usually the monthlies aren't that good. Okay, Kevin, we want to look at BC because, all right, we've got 4 minutes left. BC. Yeah, no, I don't. Didn't I just finish say I don't do monthlies, and yet you want me to look at another monthly? Dude, I don't know if you were paying attention. Chevrolet, how are you? Steve Tucker. Dude, I got a haircut 2-3 weeks ago. Where have you been? Seriously, where have you been? You haven't been here for a while. Chevrolet, how are you? I like to wheel. Okay. I know you don't like selling puts. Now, I never said I don't. I said I don't teach it here. Okay, this is what I call a stair-step program. It's your introduction to investing. Okay, it just so happens that it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent, and no way to lose if you do it right. There's certain rules. Never buy something you don't understand. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company has consistent increased dividends. I personally like 20 years of increased dividends. Number 4, weekly options. I do not like anything else but weekly optionable stocks. It allows me a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. I can't get that with a monthly optionable stock because they only have options once a month. Okay? I didn't go to college, but I do know that 57 is a hell of a lot better than 12. But that's just me. I could be wrong, and I have been known to be wrong once or twice. Hey, James, how are you? I hope you and the family are doing good. The Sprite... Yep, my spray tan is doing wonderful. Thank you for answering my questions. I'm slow putting this all together. Tasha, don't worry about it. I'm here every night. If you have questions, that's what I'm here for. VRT. What the heck is VRT? VRT, huh? 77. How often has VRT increased their dividends? VRT. I've never heard of them. That can't be right. Okay, seriously? What the hell are you thinking? Seriously, think about it. Okay, this is your money you're investing. Are you investing blindly? Look at 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24. Get 1 penny, 1 penny, 1 penny, 3 penny, 3. What? There are other companies that have a much better track record. Why would you go for something like this? The only reason I can think of is if you work there or your parents work there. VRT is at 77.30. The 77 is going for 295. Nice. Okay, the 78 is going to 250. Also nice. Okay, the bottom of the year was 34. The top was 108. Okay, the last 30 days. Okay, here's your 30-day high up here at 92. Here's your bottom at 62. That's a 30%. That's a $30 difference from 90 to 60. That's a $30 drop. That is a 30 from 90 is a 30% drop. 30% drop, run up to 82, which is 62 to 82. That's $20. That's a 30% increase. 30% drop, 30% increase, and now here's the pullback. Well, the pullback is going to probably keep going until it stops before she turns around and goes back up again. But you got to say to yourself, do you like VRT? Well, I sure as shit don't. But that's me. I have, so see, I'm at a loss for words. You know, and it bothers me. Now, I have no idea why you bought it. Seriously, I don't. You can, you all, you know, all you can invest in anything you want. But when we ask my opinion, I look at things differently than everyone else. Okay? I'm looking at VRT, and I'm seeing this. Okay? 2020, they paid a dividend of 1 penny. What the hell would I want to invest in a company that pays 1 penny dividend? I mean, come on, you can do a CD will do better than that. Okay, even a savings account nowadays will do better than one penny. Okay, 2021, 1 penny. Well, it did increase at all. Okay, so from 2020 to 2021, there's no increase whatsoever. And then 2022, 3 years, 2020, 21, and 22. No increase whatsoever. What the hell are they doing with my money? That's what I would be thinking. And then from 22 to 23, it goes up to 3 cents. Woohoo! We got a big increase in our dividends. Well, at $77 a share, you're like, you've got to be shitting me. And what kind of return is that? Well, let's find out. Oh, 0.1%. I can't read the whole thing. 0.13% for the year. You're investing your money. Who sold you this piece of crap? I'm just curious. Now, I mean, do you work there? I mean, the only reason I would invest in a company that pays 0.13% is if I worked there and my job required me to invest in the company stock. Hell no. 0.1. I gotta go on before. I'm losing faith in my brothers and sisters here. Got it, thank you. All right. WRNA. I've heard of them, but I don't think I've ever bought WRNA. Is that right? mRNA. mRNA. Moderna. Okay. 81, a little bit of a drop. mRNA. Am I seeing this correctly? Okay. There are no dividends in this selected time period, so why the hell are we looking at them? Oh, Lord, give me strength. You like to buy shares and sell in at the money call. Well, I like to sell put first. Well, that's so knowledgeable investor, that's called the wheel strategy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but what you're missing, okay, no. See, I try to clarify this as best I possibly can. This trading strategy came about when my 9-year-old daughter asked me to help her trade, okay? So, number one thing I had to overcome is it had to be simple. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, in no way that she could lose, because we all know what happens when a 9-year-old loses money. She starts to cry. Dad feels like shit. Mom gets involved. I'm on the couch for a couple of weeks. Yeah, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. That's what it had to be. Okay? Number one, never buy something you don't understand. Okay? Never buy something you don't understand. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company's consistently profitable. Consistently profitable in more than 2 or 3 years. Okay, weekly options, and then make sure the numbers work. Okay, I like to buy shares. Yep. What about Broadcom? Broadcom. AVGO. Didn't we already do AVGO? Okay. And I think AVGO was a no for this week. Okay, now the reason why AVGO is a no for this week, 30 days ago we were at 160. We dropped down to 130. Now we're up over 170. Well, it's at the high of a 30-day period. That's why AVGO is a no for this week. Shirayuki. Okay. Pick a strike that has a 20 delta weekly. Okay, again, now, knowledgeable investor, you know, you may be knowledgeable and you are correct. However, You keep missing, and I don't know if you're doing this to try to point out things that you think I should know that I don't know. Okay, just making the assumption that you think I don't know this. But what you're missing, and I've tried to point it out to you several times without blatantly coming out and saying you're not fucking listening, it was created for a 9-year-old. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. Once you start talking about the delta, the vega, the theta, okay, the implied volatility, and all that kind of shit. Once you start talking about that, you lose the 9-year-old whatsoever. You do. I come from a time frame where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and created for a 9-year-old. So let me bring this up because someone's just not listening. I'm just going to find one of my favorites because sometimes this helps out a little bit. Videos. Go to the oldest.
Which my dad said, let me call that, but I do. I'm Tracy, and as you being part of my internet website called Thingy, which my dad said, let me call that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks and auto trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from that'll help you with the next return. January, February, March, that's 12.
Every time I watch that, brings me back to the day when we actually did it. It was 12 years ago we did that video. As you can see, she was not a Mensa student. Okay, it has to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, in no way that she could lose. So, that being said, adults have a tendency to want to complicate things and show their intelligence. Yes, deltas are cool. Yes, Vega's cool. Yes, theta decay is cool. Yes, implied volatility can be important also. Once you start throwing all that shit together, it gets confusing as hell, especially when you're talking the wheel strategy and trying to incorporate puts into the scenario. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. You have aged like fine wine, James. Thank you. All right, your strategy. Any tariffs inflationary? Oh, that's interesting. Dog Dad, question, shoot. Is IVP stock worth investing in? Ooh, Mike Hogue. No. Okay, hold on. No, that's what I do. Okay, I pick a 20 delta. Okay, that's part of my strategy. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay, now, you and I, judging by a few of the lines I've read of yours, you and I can have lots of conversations that would leave about 80 to 90% of the other audience, the rest of the audience, scratching their heads trying to figure out what the hell we're talking about. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to explain a simple, safe, predictable strategy which you can get, which I get well over 50% per year. That's me. What you guys do may be different, most likely will be different, because everyone is different. Everyone has different risk factors. I don't have very much risk whatsoever. I'm 60 years old, have no desire to go back to work whatsoever. My nest egg is not as big as you guys might think it is. It's small enough for me to manage on my own. I make 1% a week. That 1% satisfies my bills. Why would I want to make it more complicated than it needs to be? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a past 11:30. My eyes can't focus anymore. Okay, so I'm having a difficult time reading some of these things. Dog Dad, you have a question. Are tariffs inflationary? Oh my goodness. All right, tariffs. Okay, that's basically taxes they add on to shit. You know, to be 100% honest, the way I look at it, it looks like a giant pissing contest between one country and another. You know, one bureaucrat and another. You know, they're all greedy. They all want something for nothing. Not trying to be argumentative, James. Just telling you my strategy. Your strategy is also good. Thanks. Well, I have a lot of strategies. This is the only one I share here. You have aged like fine wine. Thank you. All right. As I was saying, my eyes can't focus anymore. So it's past 11:30. You guys have a great night. Hopefully we'll do this again tomorrow, and we'll catch you again later. And oh, for you people that are here in the morning trading group, remember tomorrow 3 p.m. is going to be the live show tomorrow at 3 p.m. What time do you get? Tasha, I'm on every night, 9 p.m. 9:05, 9:06, whatever. God bless. Thank you, Mr. Neal. Now, I remember there's a couple people in the audience. They have a couple of trades going on. I want to hear about them. 3 p.m., Michael David, you're absolutely correct. All right, so let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. And now.